Hey, how you doing? Matt Strip Matter here on Saturday morning. Actually, I apologize for the lateness of this vlog. Um, had a lot of stuff I had to accomplish last night, and trying to take care of somebody who's feeling a little sick this week. So this is a little late, and I apologize. But at least it's up, right? It'll be up hopefully by early this afternoon. Depends how long YouTube takes. Sometimes it takes longer than others, but I'm doing this at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and getting ready to go to the Virginia Tech Baylor game. So trying to keep my mind, away from student teaching for at least one day or two. And it's important, I think, to kind of have some other things going on in your life, not just, student teaching and worrying about that every day. I still do have a lot of papers I need to grade this week, but, that's all right. That's what Sundays are for, right? So it's Saturday, time to relax. Just reflecting on this week. I mean, it was a great week. We started our environmental PSAs, public service announcements, so the students were researching throughout the majority of the week. We spent time in the computer lab and in the library, giving students the time to research stuff. They would choose a topic, like for instance, somebody started talking about, how is cotton bad for the environment? Cotton, which is used to create our clothing. Who would have thought that some of the cotton that they're using is actually hurting our environment? So students were actually taking some really interesting and really specific areas of our lives and then trying to correlate them with the environment and see how what our effects are on the environment. We talked about the ecological footprint, which is what we leave on this planet, our impacts on this planet, even after we leave. That's what we're trying to get our students to understand, is that, when you leave, it's not just like, oh, what you did is done and it's over. That's not how it is. What the most important thing that I've learned is that, we as human beings on this planet have an opportunity to do good for our kids and our grandkids. And that's what we're kind of trying to get our students to realize is, it's generational. It's not just, here and now. We need to start here and now so that future generations have a better earth to live. But as far as this week went, I mean, it was really good. I mean, students did an excellent job researching. They asked questions. They paid attention for the most part. I mean, of course, seventh period gets a little rambunctious, and especially yesterday. I mean, but who can blame them? It's Friday. It's time for the weekend. Just got out of an assembly, too. So we had an assembly that cut into about 15 to 20 minutes of seventh period. So they really only had 20 minutes with us, and they were ready to go. And you know what? Can't really blame them. They just came from an assembly. They were wild. So they were ready to go. But you know what the most important thing was? They sat down and they got their work done. Yeah, they were a little loud, but they got their work done. And that's something that, as a teacher, I need to understand. It's time. It's times like these. It's on Fridays. It's a beautiful day outside. It's time to get outside and enjoy the weather. And, they're 8th graders. Who wants to be in a classroom at 2:30 on Friday afternoon learning about, or being told they have to be quiet? So it's just trying to relate work to other pieces of information. But in terms of other aspects of the week and how it went, I can't really complain. Got a little while at the beginning of the week trying to figure out what we were going to do for the students and how they were going to research, but we got it done. And having myself, Miss Sim, and Miss Denman, the special education teacher, in one room really helped out. In those second and third periods, we have those special needs students, and we were able to differentiate the lessons. The way we're differentiating is making it more concrete. So we have specific objectives we want the students to complete within one day. So, for instance, one day we'll hand them a paper that says day 1 on the top, list of things they need to do, and a list of questions they need to answer. They hand that in, day 2, and so on. So we're trying to tier the activity. So there's smaller pieces of the pie, but it's going to create that one huge chunk. And that's really important. And now they're kind of caught up. I mean, yeah, they're doing slightly different and maybe even slightly less in some circumstances. But by the time the middle of this week comes around, they're going to start working on their movie maker projects, and they're going to create their PSAs as well. Though they might not be 5 minutes long, they might be 3, but you know what? That's okay. They're putting their time in. They're doing the best that they can, and I really see it in them. There's a couple students in there in particular who are, really, really trying, and they realize the importance of taking part in such a project. The one thing we stressed in the big so what this week was, not that we wanted students to change their whole lifestyle. Ooh, bottled water is bad for you, so never ever drink bottled water, protest bottled water. No, that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is make them become more aware of the world around them, make them more conscious consumers. stuff that I'm going to learn that I had no idea about will change me in a way. And that's really all you can ask for, is to become more aware of things. I think that's what learning is all about. You take something with you. You're not going to take everything with you, but if you can take one or two bits of information with you into high school and beyond, I think it's a successful unit. I really do. We can't expect them to want to do and learn everything and then take that into consideration for the rest of their lives, because sometimes that's not plausible. What we want them to do is be open-minded, and be respectful. Students will be showing their PSAs by 2 weeks from now, and we're going to learn a lot. We're all going to learn a lot. The most important thing is to remain respectful of each other, and remain respectful to the situations that are going on in the world today. Trying to think about other stuff that's going on. It was just really a great week. First real full week, I think. I don't know if I'm forgetting if last week was full or not, but this really was full day, every single day, and we went all week. So it really was good. And luckily, I haven't gotten sick yet. I know a bunch of my peers have been sick this week, and a lot of students have been sick, but I think my immune system's holding on strong. It's getting a little wild, getting a little crazy now, though, in terms of my personal life, because trying to figure out, job situation. Jobs are starting to open up, trying to apply to a bunch more jobs, and then I'm trying to worry about student teaching, while at the same time trying to figure out what I need to do for the methods class. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I think I'm starting to feel the effects of it, starting to get a little more stressed out, but hopefully when we meet together again we can figure everything out. I hope you guys are having a great time in your student teaching placements, and I hope you're getting as much out of it as I am, because I really do feel comfortable. I feel like I can really take that next step and be the real teacher in the classroom. I think there are things that I'm still doing that aren't perfect and aren't what I should be doing, but I'm learning every day, and that's really all you can ask for, is learning. This is a great experience. Virginia Tech and the grad department set us up with an awesome opportunity, and I'm really thankful that I applied and got into this program, because it's something I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your vlogs as well.